Hey y'all, welcome back to Coffee Talk with the Brew Crew. I'm Charles, and this is our time to slow down, sip some coffee, and talk real life, especially for those of us that are over 50 season, where life looks a little different than it used to. Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of us are thinking about, retirement. Not looking back, but looking ahead. Now, some of you might already be there, fully retired and figuring out what comes next. Others, like me, are still working, but maybe starting to feel that shift in the mindset. Today, I want to reflect on where I'm at personally and how Michelle and I are starting to think differently about our future plans and maybe spark some thoughts for you too. Before we jump in, do me a quick favor. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here a while, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel grow and lets me know you're enjoying these longer conversations. Let me give you a little backstory. I served 21 years in law enforcement, and I'm proud of every day I wore the badge. After that, I stepped into public service in a different way. I'm currently serving as a Justice of the Peace here in the great state of Texas, and I've been doing this for about 10 years now. Now people hear retired police officer and they assume I'm fully retired, but that's not the case. I'm still working, still serving, and still building on my retirement. I don't draw a retirement check yet, and honestly, I'm okay with that. I feel called to do what I do. But lately, I've started to feel that slow mental shift, that awareness that the next chapter is around the corner. And with that comes a lot of reflection, not just about money and free time, but about what kind of life we want to live when the clock finally slows down. Now, don't get me wrong, we still travel. We make time for what matters. Every year we go to Disney World. We love headed to the Smoky Mountains, and Branson's another favorite. But when you're still working, travel has to be strategic. We plan around court dates and responsibilities. We budget carefully. We pack it all into a tight window and make it count. And we've gotten pretty good at it. But recently, we've been asking ourselves, what will travel look like when we actually have the freedom to do it whenever we want? And more importantly, what do we want those trips to mean? Let me ask you, have you thought about retirement and how it might change your travel style? Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation going. I love hearing from y'all. In our 30s and 40s, travel was all about checking off the list. Fast paced, pack it all in, see everything trips. But now, Michelle and I are both interested in slow travel. We don't need the thrill rides or late nights anymore, although we can handle it. We do want experiences that feed our soul, bring us closer together, and let us unwind. It's less about doing everything and more about doing the right things. Sitting by the lake in the Smokies, or watching the fireworks at Disney, sharing a breakfast on a balcony at a cabin in Branson. Retirement to me isn't just about having time, it's about making that time count. Of course, one of the biggest questions we all wrestle with is how do we afford travel in retirement? We've already started practicing now. Staying at value resorts like Pop Century at Disney, traveling in the off season, using reward points, driving instead of flying when it makes sense. It's not about sacrificing joy, it's about being smart so we can keep traveling well into retirement without stressing over every dollar. We started keeping a little notebook of places we want to go once we do retire. Some of them are old favorites, some of them are new adventures. We've been to Alaska but hope to go again. Maybe a long road trip through the East Coast or the West Coast is spending longer stretches in the Smokies, not rushing home after 3 days. And we want to travel with purpose. Maybe take the grandkids on a Disney trip with their parents, of course. Or take another cruise. Retirement's not about stopping, it's about choosing. And we want to choose joy, meaning, and shared experiences. If you're already in retirement, I'd love to know what's one trip you're glad you took. And if you're still working like me, what's that one place you can't wait to explore? Let's help each other dream a little. You know, retirement's not just about leaving a job. It's about entering a new identity. And that takes time to prepare for. I think it's important we don't just plan our finances, but we also plan our purpose. For Michelle and I, that includes staying active in our faith, spending time with our family, and yes, we're going to be traveling in a way that brings us closer to each other and to what matters the most. If you're like us, still working, still planning, don't wait until retirement to start thinking about your next chapter. Start asking the big questions now. Start traveling in small, intentional ways. Start shaping a life that you'll love to live, even before you clock out for the last time. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If this video encouraged you or gave you something to think about, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more than you know. And don't forget to subscribe. If you're not already part of the BrewCrew family, we've got more chats like this coming, more travel tips, and more real talk. Until next time, keep planning, keep dreaming, and as always, keep the coffee hot.